first down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Miners moving quickly to the line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
You know, this is a running back. He wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the move, it's Jackson. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Trying to get the first with the give to the wide receiver. Spins away from the defender. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And what a nice job by the OC. Great job prodding, probing, figuring out what you need to do to get first down. That's all that matters. 3rd down conversions at the end of the day is a stat that all coaches look at because it has a lot to do with how much success you have offensively or defensively.
And the Miners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miners. He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fair catch, called for and made. The offense set for a first down play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out. It's first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And the Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Gets it out fast. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. The Panthers get it past the sticks.
And I don't care where you're at on the field. 4th and inches, I like me. I like my chances of getting that, running the play I feel comfortable with, getting the first down.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Line getting set on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Reads it, fires complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
UTEP 7, Georgia State 0.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, UTEP. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. Just destroying his way through the field. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Panthers will hustle to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. A nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
The give to the back. Open space at the 25. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Feeling some heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. He'll get rid of it. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll try the right side.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Quickly out to the tight end. Running through contact. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. And it keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Locklear. Starting to feel a little pressure. Uncorks one to the middle. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
He's got it on the left. Nothing but green ahead. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Panthers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Locklear. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going for the big play. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Oh, he's looking to throw. Coming after it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Miners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Got the quick pass. At the 45 on his way. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Fair catch, called for and made. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Locklear. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Grabs behind the line. It's Brock. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Panthers are rolling down the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Trying to run, it's Murray. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They take the lead with the 6. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Old Dominion is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big... is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 16 over Hawaii. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking for a huge play. Snags it inside the 20. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Georgia State jumps back to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
The runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Give to the back. And he's brought down in this defense. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a man. It's Locklear. Looking to the big tight end. Basic connection. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And that's the beauty of running play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run. You need to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
He wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's back to throw on second down. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Miners want to move quickly. Out of the gun, the inside give.
The carry is the running back. Taker of 2. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the left. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Running to the left. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks, right? These are the decisions you have to make as a coach. Do I want to go for it? Continue to maybe run some clock. I'd love to kick a field goal when it's at 1, right? At 1 on the clock and walk out with a dub. Big decision here because you might have to go play some defense and get a stop if you kick the field goal now.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its...
What a blow for this offense. You got the football in the 4th quarter, a chance to go take the lead. Now you turn it over. Your defense is going to have to go out there and step up for it.
Running behind that left side. He's still on his feet. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And the D deny them on second and goal. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense Touchdown, UTEP. They move on top here in the fourth.
Third down and goal. I want the touchdown. Is it predictable? Do I know he's going under center? Do I know he's going to run a quarterback sneak? Yeah, but guess what? It's still so hard to stop. That's why you see it so much down here in the red zone, especially in situations like this in third and goal when you need it. Touchdown for the offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got the first down and more. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it.
Touchdown, Georgia State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
He'll call for the fair catch here. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. To the air, it's Glocklear. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Quarterback will audible. To the air on first down. Steps away. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. This time on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. He's looking to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. And the Miners with the 1st and 10. To the air. It's Locklear. Working that left side now.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Utah.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. Never a doubt. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the